A new internal conflict within the African peacekeeping mission in the war-torn country of Somalia has emerged. The African Union troops, also composed of 15,000 Ugandan soldiers, go 8 months without pay.
Our soldiers have not been paid their allowances, even in the reduced form now, since January up to now. They have not been paid. But also the other challenge on allowances is that the United Nations Guard unit, for them they get 1,335, and yet now these AMISOM forces are going to get 820. So you will hear those kind of questions, because soldiers will ask, we are in the same area, operating in the same environment, but the terms of employment are different. The blue bellets, which are the United Nations, get a different rate from the green bellet, which is the African Union. We hope that the mission will be able to be sustained until the time when we have indicated our disengagement.
Over the years, the Ugandan government has been training Somali recruits to build the Somali National Army. However, shocking revelations coming out of Mogadishu indicate that Somali recruits trained and passed out in Uganda can't be traced in the Somali National Army.
The other disappointment we've had is when we went into this mission, our intention was not really to stay endlessly. Our exit strategy was to train and enable the Somali forces to take over the responsibility of the security of their country. We have had frustrations in this area. We have tried with partners, with many people, to see that we train. Even at one time, we opened the training wing for them here in Uganda, in Bihanga, and we churned out a number of units for them, but they are not, we can't trace them. So there is a problem of them managing the soldiers, and that we don't want to create an impression to the Somali people that we shall be there endlessly.
The desertions in question are now calling for drastic considerations from the Ugandan government to withdraw its troops from the mission should the Somali government go silent over the matter.
This is why we had to make that indication that come 2017, if things don't really change, then we should disengage. We see a lot of effort now from partners and also from the Somali national government trying to see to address this issue of the soldiers.
The Ugandan government is the biggest supplier of military equipment being used in the mission to pacify Somalia. However, with the deduction of $200 from each Ugandan soldier in the mission to compensate for the wear and tear of the equipment, the approach seems not to be yielding results as the Ugandan government continues to complain to the international community funding the mission.
The tear and wear of our equipment. The conditions in Somalia are very, very harsh in terms of weather, but also in terms of saline because of being close to the ocean. So
in 2013, Uganda lost its 3 attack helicopters flying over Mount Kenya for Somalia. The attack helicopters in question were going to be used in the theater operation in Somalia on quid pro quo agreement with the United Nations Security Council, but the choppers crashed before they reached Somalia. The Ugandan government efforts to demand for a compensation of the crashed attack helicopters from the UN seems futile.
But we are hitting a dead end. It seems we may not get payments for those helicopters. We have not given up yet, but we don't see a lot of willingness from the United Nations to pay for those helicopters. So the absence of what we call force multipliers and force enablers has also been a very big challenge for us.
Timothy Sibasi, Television, Kampala.